Today we're going to be unboxing and doing a review on this DOVOH laser level. This is a 3-plane green beam laser level. This is the H3-360G model. It is designed for outdoor use. Now when they say outdoor use, they don't mean that in sunlight you'll be able to see these beams. Virtually there is no way you can see a laser level beam in sunlight with the naked eye. It just can't happen. However, this laser level is able to emit a pulse that can be picked up by a receiver, which makes it great for outdoor use. They are very usable on a cloudy or a non-sunny day or even a shaded side of a house, and we're going to take it outside in a little bit here and see what we can see. So let's go ahead, get this thing opened up, take a good look at it, take a look at these green lasers. Hi everybody, I'm Jim Dierdorf and this is Detroit DIY. Let's get going. DOVOH reached out to me probably 6 weeks ago and asked me if I would be interested in doing this collaboration video with them. They did send me this laser level. It will not have any bearing on how it works. We're going to be honest, we're going to take it outside, we're going to run it through some paces and you're going to see all of it. I just want you to know that I did a lot of research on these laser levels and I could not find any bad reviews. The laser levels are very well built. We're going to go through some of that in a little bit, and they have some features that other laser levels just do not. And we're going to cover some of that too, and I'm very excited to bring it to you. And I think that this is going to be a phenomenal unit, and we're going to get going right now. As you can see, it comes in this nice case. This is a nice hard plastic case, which is going to be good, especially if you're hauling it around. It's going to be protected. It's not going to get banged up and destroyed. The next nice thing is everything in here is very well contained. We have the foam holding it in place. Nothing's going to fall out. You can get around a pretty good angle here. The foam is very nice, firm, but yet soft, so I'm sure that it'll absorb some shock and would make this case perfect for hauling it around in a truck or just throwing it in the shelf in your garage or your workshop. Let's get some of this stuff out of here. So they give us lots of goodies here, and we'll start with the obvious here. We have the cord, which is a USB, standard USB to a USB-C. And that would plug into the laser level itself or from the charger to this wall outlet right here, the charger itself, and then this is the docking station / charger right here. They also give us 2 batteries, one in which I've already opened up and charged, and the batteries load in the docking station like so. The first thing that I didn't thrill me very much is that the battery doesn't lock into the docking station. It sits in there nicely and it's put into place, and there'll be no reason why it wouldn't charge once it's set into the docking station. But if it were to be on a job site or something like that and get pushed out of the way or bumped, there's a chance that it would dislodge from the docking station. So I think there could be some slight little improvements in the way that the battery kind of locks in here so that that doesn't happen. But for the most part, I mean, you get these 2 nice batteries. The battery life is decent on them. We've got the user manual right here, and it's 11 pages long. Basically, it's multiple languages here, so it's 11 pages long. And if you go through and you look at this, it tells us how long the battery life is, according to how many lasers you are running. So according to the book, if we're using all 12 laser lines, we're going to get 8 hours of service life out of this battery. That's phenomenal that it can run a continuous 8 hours with all 12 laser lines. And we'll get into what I mean by all 12 laser lines here in a few minutes when we pull this thing out. So we've got 2 batteries, we've got our charger, we've got our cord, and we've got our wall charger here. The next thing we got is a nice little green screen. This would be handy in a well-lit indoor setting or even in an outdoor setting where the green beam is just going to really accent off of that. We're going to have a good look at that. We also have some green lens glasses that are going to help us to much better see this laser in the same thing. Like an indoor setting that has an unnatural amount of natural light, it can get difficult to see these lasers. And it doesn't matter who the manufacturer is. If you've been around laser levels and you've had them in a very well lit building or room, the lasers can be hard to see. And I really like the pedestal that they've provided with the laser level. It has the 1/4 threads here to mount the laser level. On the back side here we have the 5/8 11 threads for your bigger pedestals. The surveyor's type pedestal would be used. We also have an area here that we can hang this from a nail, and we have a little mounting or clamping area right here for it that we could slide it over the top of anything that's on the wall or hang it sideways on the wall, and that would be like a metal stud or something like that that you could clamp this to. And then what we also have is, if you pop it open, we have a magnet right here that would allow us to hang this on some metal, and we're going to check that out in a few minutes as well. But all in all, this is a very versatile mounting bracket, and I really like it. It looks like it's very durable, extremely adjustable with the ability to lock it in place so that once it's set in its position, it won't move from it. I like that a lot. So all in all, this seems like a very versatile mounting system to me. I maybe wish that it would have had the ability to mount this also to the tripod with a 1/4 thread or something like that down below here, but I don't see that as being an option for this particular unit right here. Now let's get into the meat of this video, the laser level itself. This is a very well constructed laser level. The guards over the top of the LEDs are all alloy aluminum, and they're very durable. The rest of the case is hard plastic with some rubber surrounds on it here and there that are a firm rubber. And I do believe that this would take a fall and survive it. It would knock it out if the pendulums weren't locked, but I do believe this could take a fall and it would survive it. There's a few other things that set this laser level apart. This laser level uses 110 milliwatt laser diodes. Most other laser levels are only at 30 milliwatt diodes. And that is a huge advantage to these green LED diodes. And we'll see that when we get it turned on, how much brighter this is than maybe any other laser level that you've seen. It's amazing how bright they are. And I am really curious to get this thing outside in a shaded area and see what these are going to look like, because I think it's going to stand out fairly well. I know that it won't in the sunlight because none of them ever do. The other feature that sets this laser level apart from others is the pendulum construction. All of these diodes for self-leveling, they hang from a pendulum that basically they just hang level, kind of like a plumb bob. And the construction of these pendulums is just superior to what other laser levels are using. Therefore, they're more accurate. In fact, DOVOH is so confident in the pendulums that they've put in this that they offer a 5-year accuracy warranty on this laser level. They also offer a 1-year warranty on workmanship of the unit itself for normal use. So that means no drops, no nothing like that. And from my experience, that warranty period is far greater than most other laser level companies that you're going to find out there. And that's just because they know this is a well-constructed unit. And just like most any other laser levels, on the bottom here, we have the 5/8 11 thread and we have the 1/4" 20. We also have our battery door. Well, we're just going to go ahead and pop this battery in right now. We have our lock-unlock switch. We'll talk about that more right here in a minute. And we have our USB-C port. You cannot charge the battery in the unit itself. However, if you don't have a charged battery, you can use the cord and the adapter to power the unit without a battery through this port. Another very good feature. So we have 3 buttons right here on top of the laser level. One's for the vertical beams, one for the horizontal beams, and then this is for the power. We're just going to press the power button, hold it, and it's going to turn on. And when it turns on, it's going to automatically turn on the horizontal beam. And we can turn that one off by pressing the button and turn it back on. We can also turn on one vertical beam. We can turn on the other vertical beam, or we can turn on both of them. Now you can see by how that especially how much brighter these LED lights are than most others. The green light is better for viewing anyway as opposed to the red, but this is amazingly bright. Let's take this thing outside and see what we get. I have the laser level set up about 15 feet away, and I have it emitting on my garage door here. I can see the line, and it's, you know, it's not really an overcast day, but the sun of course isn't beaming here. If it was, we wouldn't really be able to see it. And we're going to go ahead and we're going to stick this right on the door, and as you can see, there's no huge magnification once that gets stuck on there. It doesn't highlight it even more than it really is. And I'm hopeful that this is showing up on camera. It's faint, but it is visible. But I am curious to try these glasses, and they do enhance it. I am going to hold these glasses in front of the GoPro lens, and we'll be hopeful that it also enhances that line. I'm not sure that it will, but I'm hopeful that it does. So the line is basically right here. And I mean, it's not a huge difference between other laser levels when it comes to outdoor use. And I didn't really expect it to be. But indoor use, I think this thing would really shine. There's a little wind, and because it is in self-leveling mode, the wind's dancing it around a little bit. And that is also expected when you have these outside and there's a little wind. It is what it is. The pendulums are so sensitive at trying to level and project you a nice straight line that a car going down the road and hitting a bump could shake the ground enough for that to move around a little bit. Let me move you in just a little closer and see if we can see this line, because I want to make sure that we get it on camera so that you can see exactly what I'm seeing. This is a usable line, and I'm really kind of surprised at the brightness outside that I do have a usable line. So as you can see, there's the line right there, and that is a very usable line. It's not anything that's super hard to see. In fact, like I say, I'm really impressed that it's casting a line that bright. Even when we come over here to the siding, you can see that green line on the siding itself, and very well. I can see it very well. So let's take this thing back inside and go over just a couple of the other features. Now we're inside, and I have the horizontal beam on, and you can see exactly how well that lights up. 360 degrees all the way around. Very nice. I'm going to go ahead and turn on one of the verticals. And there we go. Man, is that easy to see. You can see the little space right there. That is the arm on the little hood around the lens cover that's blocking that little area, and it's blocking that little area. And it's not that much that it would really get in your way or cause you a problem. Now if we hit the vertical switch again, what it's going to do is turn that one off and turn this one on. And the same thing here, you can see where the hood is blocking that a little bit. Then if we press the vertical button one more time, we're going to turn on all 12 lines. And what they mean by the 12 lines is exactly what you see. So there are 12 laser lines going on in here right now. And the laser level is in self-leveling mode. So if we tilt it, it is going to indicate that it's out of level. It's going to start beeping, flashing, and telling us that it's out of level. So once we set it back, the pendulums all line up and they settle in, and we're good to go. And with our switch right here, we can lock the pendulums into place. I just locked them in. Now we can tilt this thing and use it in any fashion that we want to and create our angles or do any other work with it that we want to. The pendulums are locked, and we can now set this in any way, shape, or form that we want it to be, and it's going to cast that line. Very nice feature. I have the laser level set up on the adjustable mount that they gave me, and they put this very nice little area in the back of it, and what I have is a bar clamped to my ladder, and then I clamped this adjustable unit for the laser level to that bar clamp. And it's just, I'm trying to show you some of the ways that you can be creative to use this mechanism that they've given you, and this would make this infinitely adjustable. So now not only do you have the wheel adjustment here to raise this up and down, you also have the ability to even finagle this bar clamp around a little bit and get this thing exactly where you want it. The next great feature about that unit is the magnetic face that they give you on it. So literally, we're either using the hook with a nail or a piece of metal, you can mount this laser level basically anywhere that you want to. And that's really nice. I mean, that's a handy thing to have. No one wants to really poke a hole in their wall, but if you're doing trim work or you're doing something like that, you know, to put a little nail in the wall to hang it up on is really no big deal. The other nice thing is that if you have metal studs in your walls, it'll grab right onto it through the drywall. They're powerful magnets, and they're holding that up there very nicely. All in all, guys, I'm really proud to have this DOVOH laser level in my arsenal. I've put a link down in the description so that you can get one of these as well. And they also make several other models of laser levels. I'm going to put a link directly for this one, and I will put some links for the others as well. They have bottom lasers, they have dual vertical lasers, dual horizontal lasers. They have many different types of laser levels. Some may be more used for trim or indoor, where this is the outdoor model. I also want to say that DOVOH does not make an outdoor receiver for this laser level. However, it is compatible with any 10 kilowatt receiver for outdoor use. And to use the receiver, you merely just press the power button one more time. It puts it in pulse mode, and then you have that signal going to that receiver. Very nice unit. Now that I have this in my hands, we'll be making many more videos with it. I'll show you the things to do with it, and hopefully show you why you would need to have one of these in your arsenal. Alright guys, that's all we got for this time. If you enjoyed yourself, click on the video or the playlist that's going to pop up next to me, and remember to always respect the power of your power tools. We'll see you soon.